Alright, we made it back. Now. Alright. We throw it up on Twitter again. Okay, again, now let me say that um, let me throw this up in chat. Alright guys, so we're back now. So I'm just putting in Discord. If anybody has any questions, you can put it in the chat on the video, or you can tag me in Discord. Okay, so if you find any value in what I'm doing, guys, um, please hit that like button, the subscribe button. It really helps out. We can really grow the community out. And also, you know, we have the Twitter here. I'm constantly posting on it, putting pics, things like that up there. Also, other information when we go live, articles, stuff like that will all be on there. You can also DM me on here if you got any questions. Um, you know, I'll follow up with you the best I can. Um, and um, I put like charts, things like that, any new tools we're using. Right now we're trying out Benzinga Pro and Tiblio and things like that. So, you know, a couple of things I wanted to do today is I wanted to go over a couple of earnings plays, a couple of swing plays, and then also I wanted to show y'all how to trade options, uh, trade options on WEBULL and on ROBINHOOD. Now, I want to make sure this one guy wanted me to show him how I'm trying to find his thing here so he can jump in. Okay. So, like I said, if there's any questions you have, whatever, if I'm not in the middle of talking about a stock, then I'll get to it as soon as I am, and we'll throw it up here and we'll try to go over it all together. So where are we at? Right here, guys, let me show you this too. This has been Benzinga Pro. You can get a 2-week free trial with it. It's a great program. It's a little bit pricey, but from what I've gained from using this program, I've already paid for it a few times over. I mean, it is great. If you're into options, Tiblio is great. Even if you're not even sure how, they have a great Discord that can teach you certain options plays and stuff like that. If you're into just straight up options, I wouldn't recommend it as much. Like if you just want to buy and sell calls and puts, I mean, it's okay, but there's other programs you can use. But if you want to learn different option strategies, they have a great Discord for that. Um, so I'm going to try to keep up with chat a lot better this time. So let me go over the first one we've been talking about because it's the one coming up the closest. Guys, let me make sure I got you on the right page here. It is Disney. Um, if you go to the market beat, if you want to listen to the call, you can come right down here after, I think it's at 5 o'clock, after the end of the day, and you can hit this link and listen to it if you want to. If there's enough interest in it, we can do it on stream if y'all want to. So just let me know if that's something that y'all would like to do. Maybe it's your first time doing an earnings call and you just want to see what it's like and want to know what to look for and things like that. Let me know. We can do that if you want to. But it's very bullish right now. That's the expected EPS. The two things you want to look at as far as the numbers go is the expected EPS and the expected revenue. Now, when they say it beat earnings, that's what they're talking about. It beats the expected EPS and expected revenue. And beating the expected revenue is better. I mean, like take Clove today. It was 500% down from the EPS, but they considered it a win because it was 120% up from the expected revenue. So, making money going forward. Plus, there's some other things. What is their future plans? Is there any room for growth? Things like that. Disney has that in spades, guys. It is down right now due to COVID. It's just now starting to come back. This is the first quarter that they've going to have where the parks has returned open. They've had several shows where the revenue is going to show in this quarter, like Loki, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and WandaVision should all show up on this quarter. Plus, they have the Black Widow movie and a few movies coming up soon. So I think Disney is crazy not to play it, and it's good for shares and calls. As a matter of fact, I picked up a few shares, but I'm mostly playing calls on it. If we can look right here, Disney is set to report third quarter fiscal to 2021 results on August 12th after market close. I think it's about 5 p.m. The House of Mouse faced massive losses during the pandemic when its core theme parks and cruises, that's what I was telling you about how they lost. So that's the reason why it's down right now. But every article I've found on it is very bullish on it. And I've got several here, and I'll throw these up on Twitter if y'all want to go back and look at them. Another good thing to watch with these guys, if I have it up here still, that's not that. Earnings Whispers. This is a great place to come and check out earnings. They have an earnings calendar. If you have Benzinga Pro, you can come right over here in this earnings calendar here. You can look at just what they have, or you can type in a certain stock. Now, let me explain something, guys. When you're looking at a stock to buy, let's go back to the chart. When you're looking at a stock to buy or play, I mean, you just don't want to look at one indicator. Looking at one indicator is like deciding if you want to buy a house by just pricing the wood. You'd never do that. I mean, you can price the wood and you may be able to end up buying that house, but you just got lucky. You got to price in the screws, the nails, the shingles, the furniture. Everything has to come in play with it, guys. So never look at one pattern. Fundamentals is great, but fundamentals don't mean nothing if the people doesn't buy. A company can be the best company in the world, but if people don't buy it, that stock is going nowhere. That's where Disney is a good play. For one, it has a lot of eyes. For one, a lot of people want to jump in on it. They're just looking for the right time. And it's a good long hold too if you wanted to do that. Me, I'm playing this for earnings now. I'll look forward to, I'll take my profits from it, then I'll jump back into it once it's cooled back off. But, so let's look at the numbers. If we look out here on the 4 hour, we can see that it looks good. It's been bouncing, it's been consolidating. I think consolidation is good in this term. Most of the time, consolidation is positive. Um, we can see that it has good support, and we can see that the bottom support here is at 171. I mean, I wouldn't look for this stock to go any lower than the high 60s if it misses earnings. You know, to be honest with you, I'd actually only look for it to go to about 75 to 73 if it misses earnings, and then it's just going to pop right back up. So this is one that I believe if it misses earnings, if you'll hold it for about another week, it'll be back up to where it is now. But I don't think it's missing earnings, and a lot of people don't either. The only question is it going to surpass expectations enough to blow this sucker to the moon? I'm actually very bullish on it. I'm hoping it'll go up to 200, but I'm going to play it conservatively. So I'm hoping that it at least comes back up to this 186, 190 mark. So I'm going to look at options here. So if I wanted to play this on options, I don't want to play it for this Friday. I want to go out at least a little bit. Since this is an earnings play and earnings is tonight, I don't need to go out a month, you know, on my options. If I wanted to hold it a little bit longer or be conservative, then I would go out to September 17th. But I'm only playing this for options. If it misses, I'm going to sell. Now, my shares will be a little bit different. I'll hold them, and, you know, I don't have to have a time limit on them. I can hold them till they come back up. That's no big whoop. And you can tell by the chart, the way it bounces here, that it stays in between there. So it will be back up. So let's go to options. Let's go to the 20th. Let's go to the strike it's at now, 179. Now these are kind of expensive where it's been going up. People anticipating good earnings, so it's been going up. I don't want to play that. I want to come out of the money some. Look, we have at the money at 180, 11,000, almost 12,000 calls, open interest on that. Right here we have 14 at 85. That's still a little bit high for me. That I want to try to get as close to 100 or under as possible. So I'm going to play this 190 strike here. That means it'll need to go up $11 for me to hit strike, but I'm not worried about hitting strike, because if it jumps really high in one day, even just a couple of dollars, my my profits, delta is going to kick up higher, and it's going to profit no matter what. So it doesn't have to go up to 190 for me to profit. As a matter of fact, if it goes over 190, I'll never know, because I'm going to sell right at, well, I'm trying to sell right at 190 to 190.50. That's where would be my sweet spot. But if it gets close to it, let's say 186, 187, I'm still going to make probably a $100 profit, maybe two. Just, I'm talking about per call. We can see with the delta that it has now, there's this cool little calculator that I found, and I want to show this to y'all real quick for options. Let me check. Good afternoon, competitor. Glad you showed up, man. We're getting into options right now. This one is mainly for you, because I know you was asking me about this, but I think it's something good for everybody to know. Let me put you back on the browser, and let's go right over here. Now there's a couple here that I found and I want to show y'all. No, I want to go here. Stocks. So we want to open up that one. Stocks. And we want to open up, oh crap, which one I just opened up? I think that's the different one. Yes, okay. This one I didn't care for as much. There has to be another one in there. Okay, but this one right here is really cool. So, this is on Option Strat. You can go, it's optionstrat.com. So, we want to do a call on this one. So go to create a call. We want to type in, oh, if y'all was on yesterday and bought CLF puts, wow, we killed it, guys. And if you was on yesterday and bought clove puts, I mean, I made like $600 or something. $500, sorry. For just holding it overnight. I mean, it was crazy. I sold as soon as bell hit. Okay, so we're on Disney. So it's got all the information it needs. So first we want to go to our date. We're doing it for August 20th. And then we want to put it on our call right here, which was 190. Right there. So now we can look down here. Now this is in percentage, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it says the charts ranges plus or minus 8%. So if we bought it right now, it did tell the price up here. I know I'd have to look a little bit more here. But if we bought it right now, there, the 190 strike, we got it right up here at the call. If it goes to 190, we're looking at tomorrow, we're looking at 327% profit. What was, let me look at the price of that again. So the 90 calls are at $102. So that's over a $300 profit if it hits 190. If it doesn't, let's go back and look. We profit as long as it hits 181 or higher. 181 or higher, we profit. And we profit by 11% there, 33, 58, 117, on up like to that. Now, if you want to be a little bit more aggressive, like let's say I want to buy 2 sets of calls. Let me check that price again. I want to buy one at the 190 that we just seen, and one at the 185, which is almost $200 to buy it. Okay, so if we are at 185 in the morning, that's 198% profit. If it goes up to the 190, that's a 500% profit. So at the 185, a 200% profit, that's $400, guys. $400. If it doesn't make it, and let's say it goes down by in the morning, you're looking at around a 64% loss. So you are risking about 0.5 to make 5. Does that make sense? You're risking 50 cents to make $5. That's pretty damn good. And it's been my experience that if you see that it misses and you want to bail out, you can bail out pretty quickly and be done with it. Okay, so let me pull up. I'm going to take you off of this real quick, that way I can hide my private info. I'm going to pull up Robinhood, and I'm going to show you how to buy an option on WEBULL and Robinhood both. Yeah, I still have a Robinhood account. It's only got like, I think like $500 or $600 in it, but I still got my Robinhood account. Make sure you can't see nothing. Okay. Because this is just my personal information I'm putting in. Okay. Let me go automatically to the ticker, and then I'll pull y'all up and let you look. Okay, let me make sure it's not showing any personal info. Okay, so here we are. Now, before I go any further, just let me make sure that there's any questions here. Okay, so let me answer this. So for buying a call for Disney, we are looking at the 190 strike price. I see the price as $1. So that means that it would be $100 for that call. Yes. So on a call option, you're buying 100 um, shares. That contract is for 100 shares. So whatever that price is, you have to times it by 100. So if it's $1, that'd be $100 down. Okay. Um, the guy for ATCX, let me finish this up right here, and then we'll go into that. I promise you. Uh, yes, I think the Disney one is a good first one. It's not crazy expensive. People are bullish on it. I mean, can I guarantee you it's going to be a win? No, nobody can guarantee that. But I think it's a safe bet because I believe that even if it's a loss, it's not going to be much of one. Um, so let's look at Disney here because I'm going to buy one with you. So let's go to, you want to go to Trade Disney Options. And guys, once we get into this, I can show you how you can make money if you think a stock is going to stay the same price and barely move up or down at all. I can show you how to make money on that, how to place an option for that. Um, so we want to go up to the 190, or I do, sorry. I want to go up to the 190. So we can click on it here. We can look at open interest is good. The volume is good, and the open interest is greater than the volume, which means it'll be easy, even if it's going down, it should be relatively easy to sell this contract. Um, we're looking at the two that I like to look at is delta and theta. Um, okay, for this one, because it's so far out, now if it's closer to strike, I like to look at it as if it's 0.05, I like for it to be 0.5. Okay, but this one you got to look at it's out of the money by a long way, which means if this shoots up tomorrow, that delta is going to change and go more into the money or go up higher. Um, the theta is still kind of high, but that's over the course of a day, and we're not planning on holding this for more than a day or two max. Me, I'm probably going to get rid of mine just as soon as it hits. And we'll talk about strategy after that. But for this, because we use that calculator, we've seen what we could make. I'm okay with that. So I don't have to do no math in my head. The calculator done it for me. I'm okay with what it said that I'm risking versus winning. So if you're okay with that, then you can go forward. So on this one, I'm sorry guys, let me back up. You see what I did? Check your date. Make sure, guys, I've accidentally done this a bunch of times. Pick the wrong date. And it will cost you for doing it. It'll either cost you a day trade if you're lucky and get back out at the same price, or it'll cost you a few dollars because it'll probably, usually rarely do you ever enter at that price. So let's go to August 20th. Let's look at the 190 strikes. Now let's look at the theta and delta. See, that's better 1-to-1, and since we're only playing it tomorrow, I'm even more better with this. And guys, if you wanted to risk it, you could play the tomorrow. You could put the thing in the calculator and see if it's worth risking it. But for me, I like to have that extra time just in case something goes wrong. Plus, playing it tomorrow, theta is going to kill you, man. It's going to be terrible. We seen how high it was there, 0.9. Um, but we don't have to worry about that. We ran it through the calculator. We know what our risk versus reward is. We do not have to worry about theta. We do not have to worry about delta. The calculator did it for us. So at 103, am I okay with that? So before I buy, let me check the chart on the 3-minute. Yes, it's not crazy up, it's not crazy down, it's continuing on up the MA lines. I'm fine with that price for now. So let me go back. So we're going to hit 190. We're going to buy one contract on this. Now I'm going to go back on my WEBULL account and buy more, but for this one I want to buy one contract. So I hit the plus symbol. It's giving me right up here. It's giving me the expected profit versus max loss. You know, if you hold it to the end and it's under, your max loss is everything. It's $105. Your break even, if you hold it to the end, is 191.05. But we're not planning on holding it to the end. So we're buying one. Sorry. I was trying to look on here where you can up it up, do more. Would I just keep hitting more? Really? How would I buy more? Oh, I have to look into that. It's different on the telephone one. It actually has a button right there to where you can up it up to more. But anyways, we're only buying one, so here we go. I guess if I wanted to, I could go back in after I've done this and buy more. Yeah, okay. So we're buying 190, expiration 820 for 106. Yes. Review order. Right here, oh, you hit review. Yeah, when you hit OK, then you can put in more. So if I wanted to, I could buy 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. So that looks good to me. Let's buy. Submit. So it's placed. So what I do is I give it a second. If it doesn't show in just a minute, done. Then what I can do is I can go to portfolio. No, sorry, wrong one. Let's go to Disney again. It should show me that I have a order out. Oh, it don't, because it looks like it just went through. Yeah, right over here. Where am I at? Let me refresh. Okay, where's my orders? Guys, I don't use the online one much here. I use my phone a lot. See, on the phone, if you go to Disney, like we just did there, it shows you this information. Right there it is. See, it's placed. So now it's showing. So it's not kicked in yet. So maybe the price went up just a little bit. It's the reason why. So I'm going to cancel the order. See, on the phone, it'll give you a chance to just modify it there. And we're going to do it again. So I'm going to look for the 190 strike on the 20th. Continue. One, yes. Review order. Okay, now while this is doing this, we're going to give this a few more seconds. I want to look up that other guy's question. ATCX. So let's go look at ATCX. Just filled at 185 and 190. Hey, Alan, good luck to you, buddy. I'm in it to win it now. I'm like you. I think those are good strikes. I really like that too, and that's probably the two I'm going to play. Well, we know I'm playing the one, but I'm sorry. Hell, what was it? ATCX. 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 And like I said, guys, if y'all want to do the earnings call tonight, let me know, and that's something we can stream if you want to. It'd be at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Okay, ATCX, it's down right now. Let's pull out to the 4-hour chart. Okay, see this one, man, I don't know. It's got this wild sell-off. I would have been bullish on it if it wouldn't have this wild of a sell-off. You're only saving grace, in my opinion, if it bounces at or before this red 200 EMA line. Now, I watch these EMA lines, guys. They are moving averages. EMA stands exponential moving average. EMA stands for moving average. So it gives you what the price should be at over a certain day period, or the average of what the price is at a certain day period on a certain time frame. So if we go to the 15-minute, you'll see that they've changed, because now it's on the 15-minute time frame. This is the reason why it's good to look at multiple time frames. So let's see how much it's sold off. And guys, if you're wondering about the things I'm using here, there's a description, or a link in the description below. If you use that and you decide to put money in it, you'll get free stocks, and I'll get free stocks. You'll actually get, I think it's 2. You get 2 if you sign up on your own. I think you get 4 if you sign up through mine. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Plus, I'll get 2. But it's WEBULL, and if you don't want to put money in it, I'm pretty sure that it's still free to use. It was when I first started. You didn't have to put money in it to use it. You could start an account with just an email. Okay, so let's see how much it's sold off. What's that now to then? That's 29%. That's, oh wow. Okay, so let's look and see if there's any, here's a good chance to show you Bazinga. Alright, let's see if there's got any earnings coming up. ATCX. What is that date? Okay, so earnings is on the 16th. So you've got time. Okay, since you've got time, ATCX up here. This is from 153 today. Wait. No, that's from 2016. Wow. So there's no news on this about it. Let's go here. ATCX. Stock news. Recent news. Hey, let's see what Yahoo Finance. I like them. They're okay. They're not Bazinga, but they're up there. As far as fundamentals go, Yahoo Finance is hard to beat, guys. They're really good. What's the date on this? So the date on this one was on the 5th. I don't know. Earnings forecast. Okay, uh, ATCX reported that was for the last quarter. Has generated blah 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 blah. Yeah, I mean, guy, from the technicals, I mean, I'd have to look into the fundamentals a little bit more, but for the technicals, I would wait. I'd give it until Monday, maybe Tuesday, see how it goes. Um, Whether you're in it or not, I would give it until Monday or Tuesday, see how it goes. If I was in it, if I was in it, my stop loss would have already hit because I know how to set it for up here. But if you're still in it, my next stop loss would be 1103. If it went below that, I'd be out of it. I just, you know, by then it'll be, wait, did I see? Yeah. By then, you'll tell if it hits that 200 EMA or not. Because if it don't bounce off that 200 EMA, I would call it a dead cat for right now. There's just, like I said, you can have the best company in the world, but if people don't buy it, then, I mean, it's got okay volume. It's 1,029,000. I mean, I would consider that good. The float is low, so the only thing you'd need is buying pressure. So if you give it a few days, see if there's any buying volume coming into it. That's what I would do. Let's check the. And my Disney still ain't bought. Let me try it on my phone real quick. I want in on this. Replace order. Continue. It might be, guys. I've had some problems when I'm using it on my phone and the internet. Yeah, see that time? I think it's where I'm trying to use it on my phone and the PC at the same time. It may be messing up because when I resent it through my phone, it went just like that. So it might be where I have it loaded up on both of them right now. So we're in at that price. Now on Webull, wait, let me check y'all's messages. Okay, competitor. What I did was on the 20th. The 13th was just too close. It ends to tomorrow, and I just wasn't safe on that. Um, so I went out to the 20th. Yeah, I thought that was the best deal. Let me check Discord, see if anybody's threw me up anything in there. Guys, too, if you're in the Wall Street Bets new Discord, um, and you want me to look at something, if it's easier for you to text in there, just tag me. Uh, it'll start blinking here. I'll see it and I'll get to it as quick as I can. So that's another way. Or you can DM me too. That's another way. Um, okay. So yesterday we said we was going to look at spot today. See what's changed. Okay, I'm still the same thing on spot. I like that. It looks like it is bouncing. So guys, if you're new to this one, this is one I picked out. I believe that, I mean, we come up with a whole game plan. So let me jump to that real quick. We'll hit the highlights and go from there. So my game plan on this is to buy mostly shares. I'm going to buy about 10 shares and then buy some calls on top of it. That would put me in this, I don't know, 10, 20%, something like that. That'd be about you know, I may just do 5 shares and some calls. I mean, for this play, if you got 100 grand you want to play with, and you want to put 10 grand toward it, that would be a good play. Me, I only play with about 13, 16 grand, so you know, I got to use mine for bills. So I usually play a bunch of smaller plays. I try not to overextend anything past about 15% of my portfolio. Um, so what we're looking at here was if it goes back to recent highs of 280, which if you look on back, I think it goes up a little bit more. That is a 30% return. But we talked about taking profit just right below that at 275. That would be a 27.5% return. Guys, that's good. If you're on Robinhood and you're like, man, I don't have the money to buy any shares in that. I mean, think about what you're saying there. You're trying to base this on shares and dollar amounts instead of percentage points. If you put $100 in on this, it's still 30% either way. Whether you put enough for a full share at 215 or $100 in it, you know, that's still 30% regardless. If you put it in a lower stock that's $9 and it goes up 30%, you're still making 30% on $100. That's the way you got to start looking at these plays. Instead of dollar amounts and share counts, look at it as percentage points. You know, I started out with $150, putting $20 a day in, or $20 a week in. Sorry. 3 months later, I had it up to like 4 or 5,000, something like that. I know it was just right under 6 somewhere, just from doing these percentage points. You know, it's what's the old adage? Work smart, not hard. You know what I mean? You don't need to kill it on every play. You know, if you're playing with $1,000, look to try to make at least $20 on every play. If you're playing with $1,000 and you make 20%, you'll be at $3,000 in no time. You know, if you make $60 a day, every trading day, by the end of the year, you have $15,000. And you can double that for if if you're playing with 100,000, double, triple, try to make $200 a day. You know, whatever, set goals, do these. But in this right here, okay, let's go back. So we want it to go up to 275. So we said recent lows was 210. Well, I don't know if I want to risk $4. I may just risk $3. Who cares, something like that. But you can risk the 5. So actually on this right here, I'd probably set mine at 211.31. That mark I have right there, that blue one. That would be my stop loss. If it hit that, I'd be out. If I was to buy right now, is what I'm saying. Okay. Let's bring this back out and look. So for that, if we want to go like a ratio, that is, might as well say $60 return. So we are risking $4 to make $60. That's what, 1 to 30 ratio, or 30 to 1, I mean 30 to 1 ratio. That's, I mean, come on, you can't beat that. So why haven't we bought yet? Well, for one, I've got a few shares in it already, but the reason why right now is not the time to buy is we want to make sure that it's in reversal. It's bouncing, it looks good. I mean, if you want to be risky, you can go ahead and buy now. It is at its bottom support for right now and bouncing. So why haven't I bought? Well, let's look. I want it to be at least up over that line. Let's go to 15 minute. Up over that line, it's up over this recent high right here. it's up over the recent swing low, except for the one it's at here. Okay? There's another way you can look at this. We can draw some trend lines here. So the more points you can get going through that trend line, the better. So if we get rid of this one, let's change colors on this so we can see it better. Thicken it up. Guys, I got a video on how to draw these support lines. And I got some more coming out. Okay, so we look at this. See, it's hitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. And it's on the upper end of this. See, it didn't even come all the way back down on this one. It hit this horizontal support. And you got the top up here that's hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 points it's hit. And that's what you call a channel, because it's about equal all the way down. So it's not a wedge, triangle, horn, anything. It's a channel. Channels are bullish. It's just when will they break out. I'm betting now. So if you wanted to be even more safe, you'd want to wait until it broke out of this trend line support here at 223. At 223, it will officially broken trend. Now, I want to play it a little bit more riskier, so I'll get in there at the what we talked about there, the 217, 218 mark, something like that. Once it's there, I'm buying up. And options on this doesn't look too bad. If you want to play risky on the 8th, and we know that it has potential of going up to 275 if we're playing that. So we can play anywhere in here, guys. You know, this being 8 days, I'd play it closer, probably the 225 mark. If you want it under $100, you can play the 230 or 235 mark. But I think I like this one better on the 17th. The next 2 big days for option, guys, are the 20th and the 17th. After that, I think it's October 15th. You can usually tell by the amount of volume or open interest. Right there's 17th. So if we go to the 17th, that gives us 36 days. You can see even the options are spread out more. If we go to the 270, that's 63 cents. I think everything looks good. You know what? Let's go to the options calculator and look at it. Let's go to the option. Shit, guys. I'm so sorry. I just seen that I didn't have you on there. Guys, I'm so sorry. Let me show you that again. Sorry. So you see you got a trend channel going along right here. How it's bouncing. This is on Spotify. It looks really good. This is the one we've been talking about. Options on the 26th. You know, if we go out to the calculator, is this the good one? No, this one's a good one. Let's put this in. Spot. We want to go to the 17th. And we wanted to go to, which one was it? It was 270, 260 and 270 were the two. If we wanted to be more cheaper, if we wanted to be more aggressive, we'd pay the higher 240. But well, actually, it's less risk, but more money. You know, so if you want to be frugal, you'd play out more and aggressive. But if you wanted to be safer and didn't care what they really cost, you'd want to play closer to the money. So 270. So let's put this on 270. Okay, we got it on the right date, everything. So okay, you see this right here? We got it to the 17th. So why is it showing loss out this way? That's a good question. Because the delta would change as it gets closer to the end of the money. Does that make sense? So this calculator, I guess, it's not really good if you're playing further out. But we could see what it'd be like if it spiked up now. So yeah, you can even see with this money, it's even got us, it don't even go up that high yet. So if we bought it today and it went up to 231 by the 19th, you're looking at 85%. 17th would be 104%. But this would change. The delta changes as it gets closer to the end of the money. I'll see if I can find one that can maybe add some of that stuff in over time like that. Alright guys, is there any questions right now? Anything you want me to look at? Post it in chat or Discord. It's getting close to the end. I wanted to look at AMC real quick because I think it's at a good deal right now. Yeah, I think 32 on AMC is a good deal right now. We can see that it keeps finding this. This is a 4-hour chart. It keeps finding this support right here. Only once has it dipped below it and quickly returned. I think AMC is a really good deal right now. And if you look right here, I think it's forming a head and shoulders, which is a bullish pattern. It could actually just go on up right now. You know what? I don't believe it is. I believe it'll go up from here. I think it'll get pushed down in the morning and then climb by midday. AMC is a heavily shorted stock, so don't get into this unless you're expecting some volatility. Okay, this is one that goes up and down a lot. But if you know how to do those swings, if you know how to pick support and resistance lines, you can make money on those swings. You can make a lot of money on those swings. Lucid is a perfect example of that. You know, it's looking like right now it's going to come back and touch support before it goes back up again. So if you're in on this over what we talked about last week, I wouldn't get out of it. I'm still holding shares in it. I did get rid of my calls because calls are different. You know, that they would end before it made it back up again. I think I had them for this week actually, or no, it was next week. So I mean, I'd probably get back into profit, or I mean, back at even again, but I doubt I'd get up over profit. So really, the thing to be right here would be to look. Let's look. Yeah, see, you're under the 200 EMA line. You've got a double top here. So yeah, I would look for that to come back down some before it goes up. Actually, this might be a good play for puts in the meantime. So if you got shares right now, I'd hold on to those and maybe play a put or something. What do the puts look like on this? Okay, we're expecting it to go down really quickly over the next few days, so we don't want to play nothing too far out. There's no point in playing that money if the play's not going to last, or pay that money if the play's not going to last that long. So we'll look at the 20th. See, there's a good volume for call or puts. I mean, yeah, some people betting on it to go way down. So you can see some people still got calls. I could see it hitting this $25 one here, but I don't know. The 30 would, it'd have to really pump to hit that one. But remember, it doesn't have to go all the way up. The only thing you need is one good push one day to make money. That's the beauty about options. So if we're looking at puts, I wouldn't play too far out. You know, maybe the 23.5 or the 23 at 100 or 75. I mean, if you want to be real aggressive, you go 22, but I think that's near our bottom. Yeah, 22.50 is at our bottom. So I would play right at the money, 23.50 puts if I wanted to put it. But I believe for me, I'm just going to wait for it to get bullish again, hold my shares that I have, and then play calls. I don't believe I'm going to put this one because, I mean, it could go on down. It probably will go on down, but I'm not as confident in that right now. Alright guys, it's 4:02. If you found any value in what I told you today, I hope it helped out. Hit that like button, subscribe button. Let me check and see if there's any questions before I go. Okay, Alan, you said you was having trouble getting the 190 strike field. Price kept increasing by a couple of dollars each time to submit edit. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I was having that problem in the beginning too. A couple of things you can do is do like I was talking about. Just go, if you're on Robinhood, you'll go to replace order and just keep hitting that. Or you can, let me show you this. Let's say, so let's say we go, let's see how far let us do it after hours right here. Let's say you go to 190, you hit a plus, you go into continue. Now you see this limit price, you can change this. Well, you're supposed to be able to change it. Anyways, I know on the phone one you can change it to market price, and that'll purchase it right at the market price it is right now. If you're worried about that, you can set this up a cent or two, a dollar or two, whatever, and then submit it, and it should hit before it goes up past that point. But that's good. I know it's a little bit late now, but that's good to know for in the future. You can change your limit price. And on Robinhood, you can usually get these in, calls and shares in, up until about 5 or 10 minutes afterwards. You know, I've gotten stuff bought as late as 4:15 before on Robinhood. You just got to make sure that it's not. You got to make. If you do that, you got to do a limit price, not a market price, and you put it right at, or maybe a couple of dollars above where it's at. There's a couple more questions there. Let me look. How long have I been investing? Not long at all, about 2 years. 2 years as long as I've been investing. I mean, I've had accounts for like retirement accounts and stuff for longer than that, but actively investing, I started about a year after I had heart surgery. Started getting into it. I needed a second income. My wife was working, so I started getting into it there. I tried the fundamental stuff. It didn't work as well. For me, it was more the charting and stuff. That's when I started making good profits, was with charting. That's the reason I want to grow this community. I want a community of people that help each other out, plus who can talk back and forth, Like I can help you out with these options, and you can be like, hey, look what I found here, you know. And us having a common language helps that out, you know. I don't look at this as just me helping you guys. I look at this as y'all, us helping each other. That's the reason I'm trying to work on some things. I'm trying to work on a class. I'm trying to work on uh, some more videos to go out. I've got one longer 30-minute one that tells you about support and resistance lines, but I want to break down these to about 5 to 15 minutes and go from everything to what is a candle to how to plan out uh, a trade. You know, I really want to grow a community. Um, I've even thought about doing like a GoFundMe or a Patreon so that we could get more tools. Like the Bazinga, it's like $100 and some a month. Uh, Tiblio is almost 30. Ortex, we can get short information and stuff like that. It's I don't know, it's somewhere between 20 and 100. I don't really remember, but if we could get all that as a community, uh, we could have it available, and you could be like, "Hey, Doug, look this up for me," or "Hey, man, check this out." Whatever. I I like doing this. I'm not looking to make um, any money from this. I'm looking to make a community from this. So if I did a Patreon or a GoFundMe, it'd be solely just to put back into this community. Speaking of which, let me say something else. If any of you guys know Discord pretty good, like setting it up and stuff, I'd like to pick your brain about that. DM me on Twitter. Um, I'm trying to get a couple other things set up, Discord and things like that. So, any information that you have on that kind of stuff, let me know. I'm also trying to get a newsletter out, once or twice a week type thing. Information in it, upcoming earnings, things like that. So I'm really trying to get some things going here, guys. Um, I'll have more information on that later. So let me see. Yeah, I'm sorry about the wrong screen, guys. I got ahead of myself. I apologize. Uh, we won't let that happen again. I've got another laptop I'm going to set up for us just to so I can watch the stream, make sure that it's going good. But all right, guys, hit that like button, subscribe button. Catch up with me later on Discord if you want to. I'm in the Wall Street Bets new Discord. Just go to the trading floor and yell out 0 plays. All right, guys, you have a good one.